Hello, everyone,
All right.
and welcome back to the
Not
Pubcast.
Pubcast.
Welcome back.
Oh, fuck. We haven't made one of these before. This is the first one. This is the
That's
third
right.
one. This is the first one. So, it's the Pubcast. I'm joined by Alfie.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm also joined by Danny.
Good to meet you.
Thank you, Danny. And I'm Jamie. We're all co-hosts. 33% share in our.
33% share. We're looking for investors if you're interested in investing in our company.
We are.
I'm looking for £1 million investment for office in the Shard.
Only some few will get that. But basically, this is us being bored in quarantine, and there's only one rule of the podcast, and the one rule is you have to have a drink in your hand.
Exactly. None of
You
us
have to have a
are
drink.
Well, we kind of are, but
I mean, I've got through half a
Slowly
bottle
go
of this
we're
stuff.
lagging by the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have severe delay.
Yeah.
I've gotten through half this bottle of Pellini already, and I'm not
Already?
feeling the effects. Yeah,
I'm not dead yet.
no, I'm not. I can send a picture to prove it. I'm not quite feeling anything. But
I'm a lightweight, but one
Damn.
shot literally did me. That messed me up the whole night.
or maybe I'm just hardcore. Maybe I'm just hardcore, or maybe you're just.
Maybe you just become a
It's
fucking
fancy though.
heavyweight
It tastes
in lockdown.
it tastes good. It's like really lemony. Like first few shots, I wasn't really feeling
it. It is a lemon drink.
Thank you. So it's a lemon drink. If I didn't mention already.
Maybe that says more about me than you then, because one shot that kills me, but you're still going. So
Maybe you'd be ready now. You know, uni life's been treating you well.
Danny. Your arm always breaks every time you have a drink. Anyway,
It's true. It's true.
my arm's broken.
He has a severe arm breakage every time he gets drunk. But basically, we're here to talk about everything relevant in the world. That's what we're here to talk about.
Well, I think the first thing we've got to talk about is this disgrace of a fucking KSI album.
Hold on. Let's just hold it there a second. I'm going to say trash or pass on it. I think we know what Alfie's going to say. I give it a pass. I think it's a good album for a YouTuber. Alfie, what do you think? Trash or pass?
Oh man, it's just the amount of money thrown at it.
Give me a straight trash or pass.
It's just trash.
Danny, what you feeling? Trash or pass?
I had a good listen earlier on, and I'd say it's a pass. I think there's some good tracks in there.
You're 2v1 there. We'll discuss. Look. Go on, Alfie. I'll give you your argument.
All right. So it was just production was really good because he obviously spent a lot of money on it, and the features. I don't know if he actually paid for the features or whether they wanted to work with him. But
I know for a fact he didn't pay for Rick Ross.
Yeah, but it's just I don't know. It's just
you don't feel it.
Yeah, it doesn't have any substance to me at all. It's just and it's not even like it.
Here's the way
like this banger after banger.
Here's the way I looked at it. I think it's a different perspective. Music wise, I don't think it's the best thing ever. I think it's good. Don't get me wrong. Like I listen to the songs, I was like I could listen to these again. And Down Like That is already in one of my hype playlists. I think it's a sick song. Don't care what anyone says.
Really?
I think it's a sick song. Yeah. You know the really high pitch bit. Yeah.
It's only good because Rick Ross is on there. Take him out, and it's the worst track on there.
That's so true. It's so true. Rick
but
Ross,
look,
I think he carries that song.
I think that it's the biggest thing to come out of YouTube music ever.
Yeah.
Which I think is
my counter argument to that is YouTube music is YouTube music.
YouTube music's trash, and that's what I think KSI is trying to break, like the mold of like what's a YouTube rapper. You know, I think he really struggles because he clearly wanted to do music when he was younger because he said he loved it, and he's just got stuck in this being this like YouTube rapper. Like I went on Instagram, I looked at like meme pages posted like just the song saying I can't believe KSI's got a song with Offset, and I was looking and everyone's calling it trash just for the sake of it being a YouTuber. I think YouTubers should get more credit with music because KSI is definitely one of the better YouTube rappers out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I just don't like. He used a lot of auto-tune.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. But obviously,
he just doesn't sound good on auto-tune at all.
No, but you need to remember, like his background. He just started. What was he doing? It was like opening packs on YouTube, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. But it's
that's his background. Like You need to
It's like obviously he's not corny with his lyrics or anything. It's not like it's corny or anything. It's just I don't think it's very like it's not creative in a way. It's just
I'll tell you what, I will agree with you. I'll agree with you on the auto tune. I didn't because I just don't go on.
No, because I just don't find it very creative. I don't think he's really done much. Like he's just like I don't think there's any. I don't remember. I always hear stand-up bars on the album. I didn't hear any stand-up bars on there. I didn't hear a bar go. Phew.
I'll agree with you on like music. It's not like the best thing I ever heard. I will listen to the songs again. I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy a lot of songs.
I think it's way better than the New Age album.
It's the best thing he's ever released. I think it's
definitely.
I think it was Millions was the one where he rapped about like his shit with Deji that's going on, and that's like actually pretty sad.
Yeah, because he was saying about his best mate he sold him or something like that. I can't remember the exact line, but
he's rapping about
like Daniel was that about, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's clearly he's been through a lot of shit, and he's come out the other side. But I think in terms of what he's done with this album, he deserves massive respect. Like even like PewDiePie was saying, it's pretty inspiring that he's managed to get YouTubers out.
Yeah, definitely, because he's a YouTuber and he does YouTube and he's a businessman and he's a boxer and he does everything. Then to put out an album as well and have features that he did on it and to have the production that it had.
If he didn't pay for Offset, which I'm sure we'll find out soon, if he didn't pay for Offset, then that's mad.
That is mad, yeah, because that's just that's another level of feature.
Yeah,
like Rick Ross is already like a huge feature to have on an album.
Yeah,
like and to not pay for Rick Ross.
Rick Ross's last song before KSI was with Drake. Like,
yeah, exactly, and Lil
Pump, was it?
Yeah, Lil Pump on a.
Even though I hate Lil Pump, that's still mad.
But just that name, just that name to have on a track, and Smoke Perp as well. Even though Smoke Perp kind of fell off, but
and there's some UK guys as well with Tion Wayne and Tion
Wayne.
I think that's the best.
In the UK, they're quite big, aren't they? So they're still not.
Yeah, they're huge. Yeah. There's a big names to have on there.
That was my favourite track on the album.
Oh, Houdini.
Yeah. There's that classic summer.
Because the beat is so good on that.
Oh, it's really good.
The one with the woman singing feature. I can't remember her name.
Was that Wake Up Call?
No,
that's Trippie Redd.
The woman.
Trippie was on the album.
Yeah. The one you're thinking of was Killer Killer.
Yeah, I like Killer Killer.
Yeah, I thought it was a good song.
But everything else, like the first 4 tracks, I was pretty bored.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I mean, it got better towards the end of the album, for sure. But it's like, because he released so many singles before. It's just, I mean, obviously you look at the album, looking at it now, and Poppin', Houdini, Wake Up Call, and Down Like That were all released as singles.
Yeah.
So out of 12 songs, 4 are released as singles. There's not really much new on there. It doesn't really flow as an album. It's just got a few bangers here and there, and there's nothing really substance-wise to it.
The reason I give it the pass is because I think it is the best YouTube album to ever be released. And I hate calling it a YouTube album, but he is at the bottom line of it is he is a YouTuber. Like that's his bread and butter.
Exactly.
So that's my point. Because you can't expect him to produce like an album that.
No, I think it's really impressive. I think it's impressive. Yeah, you're right. It's impressive for what he's done. Like, I mean, the music he was putting out before was just
Lamborghini. Yeah,
it's just bad. It's just bad.
Domain, I thought was good.
And then to have this was just. I think his fight versus Logan really put his name on the map in America.
Yeah. Oh, massively.
I think that's where he started, being able to branch
out. He's made it pretty much.
US.
There's not many people who doesn't know who he is now.
That's the thing.
No, exactly.
He's making like decent music. I wouldn't say any song that I've heard in here is absolute like trash. Like some of them, are not great, but there's nothing on here that I would put above. Like, you look at Jake Paul. That's YouTuber music. Like he has branched out and he's actually making. He is actually making.
You shouldn't mention it. That's just terrible. That I heard one track.
But that is
And
like,
I didn't even know he had released an album until somebody mentioned it, and
yeah.
I was just like, no, fuck.
But that is like YouTuber
Nice.
music, you
So-
know, like Logan Paul and that,
Yeah.
or that Rice Gum is YouTuber music.
Yeah, but this is I think I don't. The thing is,
It's an
because of
amateur
his
album.
stigma, I don't think he's ever going to be taken seriously.
No, which is sad. It's sad that he, especially by
I think
mainstream,
it is, yeah.
because he
I
could
mean, he
have
has
like,
enough of a fan base that do take him seriously, but
Yeah.
I just don't think
I mean,
that
he's
he will be
KSI.
accepted in hip hop.
He's KSI, you know. He's a goat.
He is. He's just. I just don't. I don't know. I just like. It's just because if you think about it, it's not. It's nothing like a UK rap album at all.
It's so much. It's mixed so much, and I'll say on
Yeah,
the auto tune is like the thing about it is, I personally hate auto tune. Like I just don't like the whole mumble rap auto tune scene, and it's just a bit like I see why he used it though. I mean, it's KSI. He can't fucking sing. Like he had to
but
use
it's not
it.
even. Yeah, but it was like a Travis Scott Nav sort of thing. It's like that Nav Travis Scott style psychedelic.
It's why I
like
can't listen to Travis Scott. I could
trying
listen.
to use it aesthetically,
Yeah,
instead of using it to sing, sort of thing.
I could
But it
bear
just didn't
Travis
really work.
Scott. I could bear Travis Scott if it wasn't for the autotune. Like he's the only reason. Like that's the only reason I don't listen to him.
But that's the thing. Like I don't like listening to Travis's music, but I'm not going to take away from like how unique he is and how like he just carved his own way. Like he's just made a whole new sound in hip hop. Like he's just.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you can only respect it, like, because he does make good music, because it's just so like original. But it's like I just personally don't like the auto.
I get it.
It's like but it's quite clear that KSI is trying to not copy that, but follow that, and it just doesn't really work. Not with him,
Yeah,
anyway.
it's like it's like Eminem said. I see why people like Little Yachty, but it's not my cup of tea.
Exactly.
Saying the same about KSI then.
Exactly.
I like I think Houdini's sick. I think he should stick with that. Try and stick with that UK scene.
Yeah, UK scene. The UK scene would bang in the UK. Yeah. I don't think he needs to.
I could imagine that banging in a club.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. It's like a Lethal Bizzle kind of thing. It's like doesn't make good music, but could be a fucking sick performer.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him performing in a club?
Even though, have you seen his shows? Like, even when people, like, he sings Lamborghini, just because he's such a sick performer, because he puts on Lamborghini, like, everyone goes fucking mad. He's just a sick performer.
I hate them songs, but if I was in a club and he was performing at the club,
you go mad.
Fucking, yeah, it would just be, it would be insane.
He's a lethal Bizzle.
I think that's what it is. I think he's just a lethal Bizzle. He's just a performer rather than an artist.
Yeah. I was listening to Domain as well, and I think if he done that at least one of his own shows, that would just be like the best song for everyone going mad at.
Yeah.
It's just but he's like mad respect to what he's done with this album. Like he's really brought YouTube into like a new light, and he does that all the time. Like he was on Comic Relief like a couple of months ago. Like you know, he's doing a lot. He's always on Good Morning Britain, even though Piers Morgan's like always trying to slate anyone who doesn't have a normal job.
Yeah. True.
But
I mean, fuck Piers Morgan, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone loves him and then hates him. He does like
everybody loves to hate him. Everybody loves to hate him.
He does like so much shit, and then he says one good thing, and everyone on Twitter is like, "Oh, I disagree with Piers Morgan normally, but he's got this so right." And I see that like once a week. Fuck's sake. Alright.
He's literally the worst. He just doesn't matter what's like going on. He just always got to be like I don't know. He says an opinion that's going to cause controversy or something like that.
He can be funny. He can be hilarious at times, but he does it to piss people off. That's why they keep him on the job. He's controversial. That's the only reason he's got that job.
Yeah, exactly. He's just always in
the
spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people are like, why don't you just fire him? Like to Good Morning Britain. It's obvious. Like he's giving them views. Like it's all you need.
Exactly. You get some clicks.
But yeah, KSI's album, I'll give it probably 6.5 out of 10.
I would give it 2 ratings. I'd give it my personal rating. I'd give it fucking hell, because what I like in an album, I like a lot of substance in an album, and I like I'm not really into replay value. I'm more into like how the album speaks to me. I'm wet like that, but I would say in terms of that, the album's like a 2. But
2 out of 10.
in terms of no, but this is like the thing. Like if I give it 2 ratings, so I give it personally, I would give it for the albums that I like listening to. It's like a 2 out of 10 for me. I would never listen to this again. But in terms of what he's done and what he's achieved, it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. Like who the fuck YouTuber that boxes and is a businessman and has brands, has built a whole brand along with his mates, and and then is able to put an album out on the side that's actually really well produced and has really good features on it.
What he's done for UK YouTube scene is unreal. Like, won't even go into it because you could talk all day about the shit that he's done to help it. But
no, exactly. I give it like an 8 out of 10 for that, or 9 out of 10 for that. It's just,
I'd say a solid 8 because I'm going to mix it all into one because I think there are some good tracks in that. Houdini, that's like a solid UK. I think that's going to.
Yeah, Houdini is definitely the best track on there.
It's your summer anthem, your classic summer like song.
Plus the guys he's got on there. I know you said Rick Ross. He didn't pay to get him on.
He didn't pay for Rick Ross. No.
We don't know.
But it's just.
Still, you got the credit because he's got some big American names on there. So, considering it's just a UK YouTuber,
exactly.
I think
he's got to get credit.
You're giving it 8 out of 10.
But even if you look at his Spotify, he released Poppin', which has gone 11.5 million views, and that has Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, which are huge in America. They're huge mumble rappers in America. And then you've got Houdini, which has got Swarms and Tion Wayne. Nobody in America knows who that is.
Nope.
Only people in the UK know who they are. And that's on way more plays anyway. That's on 15 million plays.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to stick. He needs to stick to one.
He needs to just stick with the UK scene.
I see what he's trying to do because he's trying to please everyone, and I think he needs to drop the auto tune and just do his Houdini shit. I don't care if he's putting on a fucking.
Houdini is actually a good track. I like Houdini.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if musicians put on fucking accents like he put on. A lot of people going on about him for the accent. I don't give a shit about that. If it's a good song, like that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if they're doing it in a corny way. Like, sometimes Drake can come across as fucking corny when he tries to put on the British accent. But, like...
that's the worst.
I feel like...
War is such a bad song.
But I feel like KSI pulled this off. It came across well. Like, I feel like he could...
I think he did, yeah.
I'd say that's the best.
I give him mad respect either way.
Yeah, he deserves it for that. But, it's about, like, KSI. What do you think about the Jake Paul? Do you think he's going to fight Jake Paul?
Yeah, definitely. I don't...
But does he actually need to, though? Because
that's the thing.
He's got more to lose and gain, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if he'll win, to be honest. I don't think he'll win against Jake Paul.
You don't think he'll win again?
He's KSI. Paul, sorry. He's KSI, though.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just... In the minute or 2 minutes that we saw Jake Paul box Gibb, he looked fucking good.
Mm-hmm. He did. I'm not going to lie.
He looked very composed. He just had really good technique.
Big Bear.
I think the important question is, are you going to put a bet on this one?
I can't bet. I can't bet. All right, for anyone like listening, every time me and Alfie bet, we lose. We fucking lose. And then every time we don't bet, the person we were going to bet on wins.
We would have won.
Yeah. Fucking McGregor.
We were so convinced. Yeah, we were going to bet on fucking McGregor
first round.
McGregor's comeback.
We was going to say McGregor first round. We were sitting there joking, saying, if we put a tenner on McGregor first round, we'll win like, what was it, like 500 quid? And we fucking joked, and we was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. And then look what fucking happened.
Fucking first round knockout.
Like, we were...
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then we bet on Gibb. What happens? Fucking loses. And
I put so many bets on Gibb.
Yeah, I put about 30...
I was like rounds 3, 4, and 5, and the second half.
Do you remember we were sat there
on him to win after getting knocked down?
Yeah.
He would win, and that was given. I bet so much.
We were sat there. Yeah, we were sat there planning it out all day. Like Danny was in the group chat. He can vouch. We were sat there planning it all day,
Yeah.
and we was like, yeah, these are the best bets to do. And we was like, we're definitely making money. Like, big giver. Like, we're not going to lose. Fucking, we both tried to stay up till 3 a.m. Fight didn't start till 5. So we both fell asleep.
I fell asleep like half an hour before.
Yeah, and I remember waking up.
Wake up at 6.
Yeah. I just asked you. I just opened a message from you. Gibb fucking lost. I was like, no.
How much did you lose? Was it at least 20 quid?
I lost.
I lost 30.
I lost about 20, 25, 30 quid.
It wasn't like a massive loss, but it's still like, why? Like, we thought we had guaranteed money right there.
Yeah, but the return was so good. Man. Gibb was
return was going to be
so confident. Gibb was so confident. Because I was thinking before, I'm like, no matter how hard he gets hit, he's not going to give a fuck. He's just going to carry on going.
Yeah.
Like, he's just.
Yeah. It's big
But
Gibber.
no, he got hit once and he just fucking fell over.
Crabbled.
He's just a Goomba. He's
Yeah.
a Goomba in the
I mean, look, I want him to show himself. I want him to fight again because he obviously has it there.
Yeah, definitely.
But like,
I just think he wasn't prepared for the no head guards.
no. He
and the lighter gloves.
I mean, he got hit so hard. Vidal retired. It's just gone.
You retired as a coach. But yeah, I don't know. That's the thing with KSI fighting Jake Paul. He's not going to have Vidal as a coach.
I mean, he's still got the Mayweathers. They'll do anything for a bit of clout. So he's got them.
But it's like, obviously,
that family.
I don't know. Like
that.
It's the same with like Mike Tyson. It's like Mike Tyson had his coach since he was like, God knows, like 15, 16.
I mean, he's trying to make a comeback as well, isn't he? Mike Tyson, he wants
exactly.
to.
Became world champion at sort of 17, 18. And then his trainer died and he just fell off. Like, no matter who trained him, he just wasn't anywhere near as good since his trainer died.
Have you seen Mike Tyson? Was it last week, I think? Like,
yeah, he wants to fight again, doesn't he?
He looks like... He looks so hard. Like, he could take on anyone probably still.
The thing is, though...
Yeah, but I mean, Mike Tyson's... I mean, as much as people like to be like, ooh, you're just on the Mike Tyson hype train. Mike Tyson is the greatest boxer to ever live. I'm sorry. He's just... Nobody... If you see how fucking hard that guy punches...
I know.
It's lethal. But is his stamina still there? Will he take one... Is his jaw still strong? Like, if he takes one punch and he gets back in that ring...
He's 55, 54?
Something around that.
Yeah, he can't last in the ring anymore.
Like, he's just
I think his stamina must be gone.
He's not going to be able to stand.
That's the thing. I don't see... Like, obviously, like, no big promoter's going to... I don't know. Will a big promoter...
Yeah, I think because he's Mike Tyson, he's always going to be... I don't know, he's always going to be popular, isn't he?
But they've got to think of the bookies, obviously, don't they? They have to think... Promoters, all the promoters think about is bookies.
Mm-hmm.
What are the bookies going to do?
Yeah.
And I don't think the bookies will like a Mike Tyson fight because it will just be so hard for them to make money on it because they'll be so unsure.
He would need to put loads of training in, like a solid year to get back to where he was, but still it's going to be hard, isn't it?
Even though he has such a big legacy and such a big name, I don't see him having a big fight on a comeback.
Speaking of comebacks, I don't think he'll come back personally. Do you think Joe Weller will ever make a comeback?
I don't know, man. The guy just... I don't know.
I mean, Danny, did you watch the fight, the KSI Joe Weller fight?
Yeah, I saw that one, but wait, was that when Joe Weller... Did he get knocked out or something?
The thing is, no, he got... Well, he just didn't throw a punch.
Everything's mixed up.
Waved off, didn't he?
He got waved off. So, I mean, Joe Weller, I think he could, you know. I think he's decent. From what I've seen in his training, like, he just could. I mean, let's talk about, like, do you see what happened to him on the night before? It was just because he had no stage presence experience at all. Like, he'd never done anything.
About how nervous he got on the...
So he was saying, he was on a podcast with KSI, funnily enough. So he was saying about how he didn't eat, like, the past couple of days before. Like, he definitely didn't eat, like, the day before, no sleep the night before. And then he throws up just before he goes out. Imagine going to try and fight on an empty stomach. Like...
Yeah, exactly. No conditioning on, like, it's just how he's supposed to perform, really.
I think give him like a private arena just to spar with KSI, and we saw, like, if they could show us a spar with KSI, just them two in the ring together, no one else around.
But Joe Weller, when he sparred Jake Paul at his own house, it was just like...
That was embarrassing. But Jake did get a lucky punch. Can't lie, he got the lucky punch. But
it's just so, it was so cringy to watch. It's just...
I thought it was fake, I'm not going to lie, when I first started watching it. And then it was only when the diss track and shit came out, I was like, okay, alright.
Jake Paul just mugged him off.
Yeah. Jake Paul's such a cunt, man. He's such a cunt. That guy...
He's smart, but...
Oh, I hate everything about him.
That's why everybody hates him. Everybody loves to hate him, and he loves that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's not going to... I mean, his fan base is going to grow older, they're going to leave. It's just going to be like 1985, you know, with J. Cole telling Little Pump, like, you know, your audience is going to grow up, and then who's going to be watching you? It's the same shit.
Exactly.
It's the same shit. But yeah, I mean, they were talking, and I feel kind of bad. I feel like Joe had so much more to offer in that
Yeah, definitely. Like, I was convinced that for ages before that Joe Willer was going to destroy KSI.
Oh yeah,
But
KSI
I
was the
think it,
villain.
I think it's good that KSI's finally respecting what him and Joe have done, because for whatever reason he obviously kept the beef going after.
You know, like they say, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. KSI became the villain, and then came back to being the fucking hero after that fight. Like he survived.
I know.
He was hated. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted him to fucking lose that fight because I was like, he's not gonna put in as much hard work as Joe Willer,
Yeah,
but he fucking
definitely.
did. He just kept it quiet when he did it.
Yeah, but then when you watch that fight back, they were both so. Well, I mean, obviously
Oh
Joe didn't throw a
yeah,
single
yeah, yeah.
punch, but they were both so bad.
They're both wank, but I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to see him fight again. I would love to see him fight Gibb, but he admitted like he was ducking that fight because he just
Yeah.
wouldn't. He just wouldn't win. I think
Just didn't want to fight Gibb.
Deji Joe Willer would be a sick fight.
Yeah, but it's Deji, man. Come on, the guy.
Who do you think would win that?
Oh, I think Joe.
Joe Willer. Joe Willer. Deji's just hasn't got the heart.
Yeah, he's just too lazy. He's like he thinks he blames too many people. I feel like he would not do training again like he did before. Like she always keeps coming out now saying, "Oh, I could have beat Jake Paul if I trained." It's like, yeah, but you can't just say that and expect people to believe you. Like, you need to fucking prove it.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, and he missed his shot. Like, why the fuck would anybody ever? Why would Jake Paul ever fight him again?
Yeah,
it's just like.
No, you've like you said it right. Like he just missed his fucking shot completely. Like that was it. If you want to prove shit to people, you prove it then. Like everyone saw that you could.
If Deji would have beaten Jake Paul in that fight, he had him on the fucking ropes in that fight as well. He had him on the ropes.
Yeah.
He just couldn't.
He fucked it because he's stamina. He gassed himself. He did,
yeah. He totally gassed himself. But it's just, if he would have won that fight,
because he didn't fucking train. Nope, no. KSI wouldn't have to get in a ring, and KSI wouldn't potentially fucking lose. I feel like he can pull that KSI off, but I feel like I just feel like it's 3 times. Do you think he can pull like 4 times? I mean, because he drew with Logan, so full fight. Do you think he can survive like KSI if he goes in with Jake Paul?
I don't know. Like he's not just technically sound. It's the thing. It's like he's not. He's definitely not a technical boxer at all. Whereas Jake Paul is a very technical boxer.
Yeah.
Especially being trained by Sugar Shane Mosley, one of the most technical boxers ever.
Like one of the most knockouts, right?
Yeah, and he's just such a technically sound boxer. Like he's just I don't know. It's just I don't really. It's like heart versus technique.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a rough one.
He's doing that fucking windmill. He's throwing them windmill punches again, man. He's over for him because Jake's going to be able to counter them so easily. You're going to see them coming from a mile off.
I mean, he's done it in 2 fights now. I mean, at least the Joe Willer one, he was
how
composed.
Logan wasn't prepped for that, I don't know.
No. Well, the thing is, because in the Joe Willer fight, he was composed, but he was just looked like shit. Basically, that's not gonna lie. Like, but he did look like he knew what an amateur boxer knows how to do. Logan fight, he just came with this windmill. The first Logan fight, Logan didn't know what to fucking do because it was just this windmill coming at him. The second fight,
it was just scrappy and wild.
Yeah. And then the second fight, everyone thought, okay, they're going to be actually pretty good now, professional boxers. And he done it again, and I think that's what won him the fucking fight.
Because we were watching it together, weren't we? And we were like, surely he's going to be more technical.
Yeah,
and he just comes out swinging like a man.
I mean, we had Billy Joe Saunders. We had Billy Joe Saunders on before. I was like, okay, we're going to see something a little bit more amateur than this. Fucking swing. He looked embarrassing. Like, I don't mean to like talk shit about him because.
But to go from Billy Joe Saunders, who's a fucking class boxer.
He needs to get rid of the fucking windmill. But obviously that's not what he's trained for. Like you see Vidal in interviews and say it's such shit.
No,
so like, it's the occasion.
I think KSI needs to adopt a new approach because he's not going to be taken as a serious boxer unless he, I don't know, I think he needs to get a proper trainer, do you think?
That windmill was bad.
Well, no, Vidal, I would say Vidal was a proper trainer, but like...
No, but I mean like...
He needs
like someone who's a bit more respected in the current boxing climate, do you think?
Shannon Briggs. Yeah. He needs a Shannon Briggs.
Shannon Briggs.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ. Man knows 3 words. Man knows 3. Did you see like Nico and Milana getting it to say I'm a nonce on fucking on camera? It's fucking hilarious.
It's like when he climbed into the ring as well, because didn't he dress up as like an Arab or something like that? And
Fucking
is that the same video?
the thing is, like Shannon Briggs is lethal, but he's just a meme now. He's fucking ruined his reputation.
Shannon Briggs, when he was boxing, was just like, I mean, he's the Cannon, isn't he? Shannon the Cannon Briggs. He's just fucking. He's just got a
knocks
crazy
everyone
fucking,
out. Fucking
Yeah, but when Shannon Briggs was describing Logan, why he would win. He's like,
Shannon Briggs.
He's tall. He's white.
Yeah.
He's got legs.
Yeah. Shannon Briggs once was the name of a legend. Now it's just when you say Shannon Briggs, everyone just thinks "Let's go, champ." Like he's done it to himself. He's fucking done it to himself though, as well. Speaking of champs, 6ix9ine has come out on top.
Oh, fuck off!
He's back. You're mad. Haha.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. He's back. He's back. He's back in black. What do you think? What do you think about it? Do you like his new song?
Guy used to go
one word,
prison,
snitch.
man.
That's it.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy has to go back to prison, man. The guy is just zero respect. And the thing that really pisses me off the most, it's nothing about him. It's the King of New York status.
Right. Yeah.
The current rappers trying to claim that they're the King of New York is just. My god, the old fucking rappers would be turning in their grave.
And you got all these fucking actual gang members out there just like, what the fuck are you guys on about?
Yeah, trust me, man. I mean, you think of Kings of New York, Rakim, Biggie, fucking, just so many fucking names that would be.
Even go back to the old like.
You've got people now saying like, obviously, like, I can't remember who else was trying to beef with 6ix9ine, but so many people that are just fucking trash trying to claim they're the King of New York. Like, New York hip hop isn't like that at all.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg had to go to him as well.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
likes him, man.
New York hip hop is all boom bap and just bar for bar for bar for bar, and it's just like you've got to come on the track and say, "I'm back, you're mad, Big Mac."
And he has a little rat emoji over his face because he just knows. He knows. Did you see the girl that posted his location?
Oh no, he had to get a new house, didn't he? He had to go.
So
really?
I saw it.
So
there's a video on Twitter. A girl just she doesn't mean any harm. She's literally like, oh my god. She's looking out her back garden. She's oh my god, guys, 6ix9ine's my next door neighbor. She turns the camera around. He's just out there like with a load of security
guards.
Why
would you put it on social media? As soon as she did that.
I mean, to be fair, if 6ix9ine put that moved in next to me, I'm sending it to everyone. Like I'm like 6ix9ine.
But you can put it on Twitter.
I'm not sending. No, I'm selling that to every fucking newspaper there is.
Yeah, fully. And literally,
I'm selling that to TMZ, to fucking
everywhere, man.
To everybody.
Everywhere. And literally within minutes, he got moved by the FBI. He just got moved.
Yeah, definitely.
Being moved,
he's actually under a witness protection scheme then.
Yeah, 100%. And then he's got his own.
Yeah, well, he's obviously he's on house arrest, which is and all of this trolling is violating his parole. So
he's a fucking idiot, man.
He's gonna have to go back to court about it.
Yeah.
And then the stuff with Snoop Dogg, he's facing revenge porn charges.
Yeah.
It shows Snoop Dogg half naked or something like that, which is technically charged under revenge porn.
Yeah.
So he's facing that, and his violation of his parole and his house arrest and what have you.
Okay, look. So do you guys? Obviously, we all have a pretty low opinion of 6ix9ine. So what do you think about him being in prison? Do you think he was rightfully in prison?
I don't think he should have been allowed don't think he should have been allowed the leniency that he got.
This man has pled guilty to 9 charges, including conspiracy to murder and armed robbery. How are they letting a man like that on the fucking streets to make music?
It doesn't make any sense.
But to make
exactly, it doesn't make any sense.
For him to be let out
and
to make music.
The people he got like 20 years, 15 years. It's just like
yeah.
And then he goes on, then he has then he has the audacity to go on an Instagram live when he comes out and says, "Where were you when you were trying to kidnap my baby mama?" or "Where were you when you're trying to kidnap my mom?" or like trying to justify his snitching. Like, there's no fucking justifying that. That happens because of the culture you chose. You chose to be a gangster. That stuff happens. Your mum's gonna get fucking kidnapped.
It's coming up to fucking catch you. It's coming up to fucking catch you.
Give you a reason to go and snitch.
No, he just is a snitch. That's like end of story.
Yeah, it's just
like I get his point. I get his point of like, if they didn't have your back, you know, like in the normal world, if someone fucking kidnapped your mum and shit, whether they're your best friend or not, you're gonna fucking like snitch, right? If they tried to kill you and shit. But like you said, he's fucking gang life. Like they chose like basically an oath.
Chose that life.
He said
He's
no.
got to
Like,
accept it.
what does
Then.
he
You
expect?
can't just bitch about it.
Exactly. You
People-
can't. Yeah, that's like that's what a lot of people have been having an issue with, especially like a lot of rappers and stuff are just saying about how like that's the life you chose. How are you going to snitch? Like you've got to keep. That's the life you choose. You've got to keep your mouth shut. It's all about respect. But
Yeah. It's like he just has no respect for anyone. He's just thinking about himself and the money. Like it just shows so much about him that he gets released and he doesn't fucking skip country or lay low. He fucking makes a music video. Like, come on.
oh my god!
Like, grow
and
the fuck
thing
up.
is, and with him complaining about Billboard, it just obviously he broke the record for YouTube views on a hip hop video.
Instagram.
So
On the
Killshot
Instagram
had-
Live as well.
Instagram Live, he
got
broke
yeah,
records.
a million.
He broke the Instagram live, but that's just because of the controversy.
Yeah.
But he's YouTube video like Killshot by Eminem did 36 million views on YouTube in a day.
Yeah.
And is it Goober? The new track's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That did 45 million views in a day, but it has
Trash.
a fraction of the plays on Spotify than it does on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there complaining about how, Ariana Grande and
Justin
Bieber paid Billboard, but Goober, obviously 60 million plays on Spotify is a lot, but for a number one hit on Billboard, 61 million plays on Spotify since its release in a week is nothing. That's fucking shocking.
There's one answer. There's one answer to it. He's a fucking YouTube rapper. End of story.
Who would you two
Well, I
want to
mean,
listen to more, KSI or 6ix9ine?
KSI all day. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I can't stand 6ix9ine. I can't stand his music.
You not like any music? I mean, any of 6ix9ine's music?
Can't stand
No,
one of his
man.
songs. Can't stand one
No.
of his songs.
Can't stand his music. It's just, and the guy has the audacity to say he's the king of New York. Fuck off, man.
Nah, he
Fuck
needs to
off.
go. He needs to go back to prison, do his
off.
time. He needs to do his time. He needs
He
to
ain't
get.
no king of New York. He's nowhere near. The king of New York is just a statement that's fucking gone just out the window. Like, if you look at his Spotify monthly listeners, he has 16 million monthly listeners. Nobody listens to him. Nobody listens to him because they want to listen to him.
Mhm.
Like, he has so many views on YouTube because it's controversial. It's a return. People have seen it come up on their YouTube and they want to see 6ix9ine's return. Spotify is for replay. Spotify is when you stick that song in the playlist or whatever and you play it over and over and over. That's where your actual music substance comes from. He has no musical substance. Nobody wants to listen to him.
No.
It's just
I remember
he only
once,
has
like,
16 million monthly listeners.
yeah, I was in college
So-
once, and I just hear like out of someone's headphones, fucking stupid playing, and I just looked, and I was like, nah, what are you doing, man? And he was like, oh,
Yeah.
6ix9ine's new album is so sick, and I was like, bro, just fuck off,
Come on, yeah.
just fuck off.
You want a good trap style album? If you're reading this, it's Too Late by Drake. That's the only trap album you ever need. If you want trap music, if you're reading this, it's Too Late by Drake. That's all you need. I just don't get the whole fucking screaming that down the mic, some pointless shit.
Fucks me
Tray
off.
away, Mexican.
The only time that goes off, and you don't even need it, but the only time that will ever go off is when he's performing at a show. Like, that's the only time. Like,
Like
no
I
one.
was saying earlier about KSI and his energy, like,
Yeah.
6ix9ine, when you probably see him, his energy just
He can't ever perform again.
But at least
He can't ever perform again.
No, never. But at least KSI would make something that you could fucking actually listen to in your car. Like,
Exactly.
like,
That's the thing. I don't see. Like, he complains, 6ix9ine complaining about this Billboard stuff, but nobody wants to fucking listen to him. Spotify is the fucking clear example of that. Nobody wants to listen to you. You're not getting any more listeners because you've released a new song. Your monthly listeners haven't gone up at all since releasing a new song. Nobody wants to listen to you. It's just your YouTube views went out the roof because you're controversial and you've made a return. Like, Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber, as shit as that song is, they fucking earned that number one. Like, they didn't pay for it. Do you think two titans like that are going to pay for a number one?
mate, their name gets them number one. Their name,
They
Justin
just don't
Bieber
need
gets.
to. It's fucking pathetic. They don't need to buy a number one. They have so many number ones under their belt already.
Danny, do
Like,
you remember when we went and saw fucking Justin Bieber at V Festival?
I know.
How
it was just a joke.
he was lip syncing that whole thing, and we was at like the back. We was near the fucking exits, and people were still like waiting, just watching to see him, and we couldn't hear a fucking word he was saying. But so many
There was
people
so
go
many
there.
like big artists on that weekend, but
Yep.
then as soon as Justin Bieber comes, it's like literally
Everyone's
each
there.
single person in that park rushes to that stage.
It's just because of the
That
name.
just shows you how big it is.
The name just gets you up there. And
Exactly. Like it's just no matter what they put out, it's going to go to number one. It's just two absolute titans in the music industry making a song, and then this stupid rat is just like they're buying their number one. They're buying their number one. Stupid.
Yeah.
No, he don't have a right. He doesn't have any like legs to stand on.
No, I know. It's just he's only just going to get himself back in prison. They're going to be like, right, you don't need to be on house arrest.
Yeah,
back in prison.
Fully. Fucking coronavirus done him well. How?
Idiot, man. He's an absolute idiot.
Oh, I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
How to throw away everything.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't get how he managed to sign a $10 million record deal before he got.
So that $10 million deal.
Yeah, when he started getting into trouble and was having to go to court, he signed a $10 million. I think it was Warner or something. Someone signed him for $10 million, and that covered his whole legal fees and bought him a house and gave him money when he came out. To then put out music after he came out.
Mental.
I don't get who can listen to his music. It's just so shit.
I don't mean to sound like we're just fucking hating. Like it's just, but we are. Like it's just we just are. I just don't like him.
Jump on the bandwagon, but it's just like, I don't know. Like I don't get how he managed to land a business.
Right,
from a business point of view. It's just bad from a record deal.
But to play devil's advocate, like there are people out there that fucking like him. He's where he is because people like him. I know people. I'm ashamed to say I know these people that just like fucking love his music, and it's like I was speaking to someone that likes the song, and he was saying like how hilarious it is and how much he's embracing that he's a snitch and stuff. And I'm like, why can you like that in someone? I just didn't understand it.
I know.
Maybe some people do. Like fucking comment. Like anyone listening, like that wants to fucking argue it. Tell us why you fucking love him if you do, and then go ahead and like don't subscribe.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. Like I think the people maybe I have a one-dimensional point of view, but I think the people that like his music have a very one-dimensional view.
But also it's him as a person. Like before, I didn't like his music. I would never listen to it. But I didn't really care for him as a person. Then he got
respect.
Yeah. Then he got all these. Then he got all these charges, and I feel like I can judge him now. And so I don't fucking like him. I've made up my mind. It's not just his music.
I remember hearing about him. First time I heard of him, I was in a college lesson, and a girl in my college class was listening to him. It was on because he didn't even have like a Spotify at this point or nothing. It was just on Worldstar.
Yeah.
She was listening to one of his music videos on Worldstar. I was like, who the hell is that? Like, this guy's got rainbow hair and fucking tattoos. The next thing you know, he just blows up out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know. I just don't.
On the tattoos and.
I don't get what it is about his music that made him blow up. Anybody can do that.
No.
Anybody can do that. There is no skill in that at all. He just jumps on a track and shouts.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke. But you can say the same for, I mean, fucking Gucci Gang. Look at Gucci Gang, one of the most streamed songs on YouTube of all time. But I think it's because it's like an easy fucking listen as well. It's just an easy listen as well, and I guess that's what it is. It's easy to play in the background, have on. I mean, I wouldn't personally do it, but for people that do have it, I can't imagine they like absolutely love it. It's just something that they have there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, like, moving on. So, last topic of the day. What's one person you would love to have a conversation with in the world? Just like meeting them in the street, or maybe even just sitting down. You get 10 minutes with this person to talk to him.
It's a great question. There's so many names.
Danny, who are you talking to?
So many names, but I'm going to link it to a conspiracy that I've been looking into recently during lockdown.
Okay.
I'm going to say Princess Diana. I don't know, did the Queen kill her, or was it a genuine crash?
You want to speak to Princess Diana?
The more I read into it, the more I'm sure the Queen was behind it, and she cut the brakes in that car. So I'm
the Queen herself was underneath the tires.
She's only a small woman, so she probably could do it. But
she gets under the car.
So I just want to know. I want to speak to her. What relationship was like between the Queen? Like,
what would you ask her? What would you ask her?
Bad blood.
So you want to
basically,
go on?
I'd
It
say
was more
like,
Diana's family, though, wasn't it? It was more Diana's family that didn't get
Yeah.
on with the royal family rather than Diana and the
but actually, I
royal
think
family.
I was reading some things that saying that her and the Queen, their relationship's getting worse and worse.
Like what?
Really?
The marriage was going on.
I haven't looked into it.
Because I think she wasn't like a typical royal, was she? She was.
No, she was just. Well, she was like a public figure, wasn't she? So
Mm-hmm.
but it was obviously before we were born. So
Yeah, that's why I had to like. It's like a bit hard to judge it, but
I've been
I just
through
wanted
the
to
tunnel.
link my choice to conspiracy just to like put that to bed.
Yeah.
Just to
Well, you would
see
want to
really
know.
what went down.
So you'd want the answer. You'd want the answer.
Yeah, that's basically.
I don't
That's the
think
only
Princess
reason I'm getting
Diana has the
married.
answer, though.
Speaking about
Do you not
conspiracies, well, conspiracies like you've got Diana, like the classic ones, Diana, 9/11, but probably the biggest one in the UK ever. What do you think happened to Madeleine McCann?
Oh man, she's dead.
No, she's not. 100%
Dead,
disagree.
man.
Oh, go on, Danny.
I think she's
She's
probably a
alive?
prostitute in the Middle East now.
The thing is, it's like
That's awful if she is.
there's so many different things that could have happened. I think it's just a lot of it was on the parents. It's just like all of it sort of adds up to on a surface level. If you don't really look into it, a lot of it adds up to the parents either selling her off
Mm-hmm.
or
That's what I believe personally.
just some selling her and letting her
I feel
be
like
used or whatever.
I feel like personally it was
But-
just the parents kind of like drove a blind eye, but were paid off to it.
I actually think it
But-
wasn't the parents. She was actually snatched,
I
but I
don't
think she's
think-
been
yeah, I
sold
think
all
she
around
was-
the world now.
I think she was snatched, but I think when you look at it, there was a lot of predators in the area at that time, and
The parents were just so irresponsible because
for a while before she was
Awful.
kidnapped, there was people around the apartment complex.
and, like, the
lurking.
window was open. It was like
seen-
on a street as
yeah.
well, so anyone could
Exactly, and they were
So
at that bar.
convenient.
They were at that tapas bar every single night, and they
Mhm.
saw that different parents are going and checking on the children every 20 minutes, every
Yeah.
night. So whoever did it knew what pattern was going on. So
That's why I think it was actually a criminal gang that was behind it.
yeah,
so they
I
probably
think
like
it was.
had
I
in mind.
think it was.
There
I
was
think she
one-
was instantly on a plane, instantly to someone's
Yeah.
basement or something. Or
So I reckon a
I
young
don't
blonde
think she
girl
was-
probably get big money in the black
I mean, how old is she
market.
now? 16?
I think she's about our age, isn't she? A bit older.
No,
We was
no,
young.
She's probably younger than us.
We were young. But there was one eyewitness, right? That was all it was. It was one guy that claims, don't even know if it's true, claims he saw a guy walking away holding like a girl.
A baby,
Yeah.
yeah. And nobody
Yeah.
knows what his face looked like. They just know what his clothes and his hair
Right.
was like.
Yeah.
Which is where like the famous sketch comes from.
Mhm.
But
Well, do you reckon he was like on the inside, maybe just to delay the police because they say the 2 days that in a disappearance or in a kidnap, the next 2 days are crucial. So he probably like delayed the police or made them go down the wrong route. Do you think? Do you think it was
Might
like an
have been.
insider?
It could have been, yeah, definitely. But it's just like either way, I don't think. If anything, I think she was either sold off she was kidnapped and then sold off and kept prisoner for her whole life. I don't think it's horrible to talk about, but I think she's probably, if she's alive, she'll be kept prisoner
Yeah, it's
somewhere.
Yeah, I
awful.
think
It's
that's probably
awful.
true.
It's really the worst thing.
And she has no idea that what life is like on the outside world because she's probably just been kept
Mhm.
alive in a basement somewhere.
Was she
all
too
these
young to
years.
remember who she was, who her parents was?
She was what, 4 or
No,
5?
she was four, wasn't she?
She knows
So-
what's going
She
on.
probably has some idea. Yeah.
But it's just like this is all like she obviously hasn't seen the world develop. She doesn't know. She wouldn't if she's alive. She definitely doesn't know how big she's become because she would have fucking made an attempt to escape at least.
Yeah.
So. And
Yeah.
I'm sure we would have heard about it by now if she knew how big she'd become. But it's just like she's obviously, I think she's trapped somewhere. She's alive. She's trapped and she's being used as a prostitute or fuck knows, or just being kept as a prisoner.
It's probably
fucking
the
people are
sad,
sick.
like that is the sad reality of it overall. Like is that could
Mm.
that is like the worst possible outcome. I think honestly, her parents being part of it is better than that. Like
Yeah.
whole, like if she is just dead, like it sounds horrible, but that's best case scenario because otherwise she's got an awful life, you know.
No,
Yeah, you don't
exactly.
really
I
want to think about it.
I think no, exactly. I think it's would have. I don't know. In a weird way, I kind of want her to be dead. So
Yeah, I hope she's dead, because imagine all the abuse she's
Yeah.
probably had in the last
Exactly. It's just been
10 years.
so many years now. It's been 13 years since she went. So
And her parents as well. Imagine if she comes back and like everyone, like the shit her parents have been through. Like,
yeah, but exactly. And who the hell is going to know who Madeleine McCann looks like now? She was 4 years old when she got kidnapped.
Mhm.
Nobody's going to know what she looks like now.
no, she's never. This will never be solved. It's one of those things that will never be solved.
No, exactly.
That's-
I don't know. Obviously, parents are going to be like, I believe she's still out there somewhere.
There's more conspiracies. Like I do believe some of the conspiracies with like the parents, because they just are so sus in this all, but they haven't helped themselves with how they've
I
handled
know,
it.
but
I think it's
don't
because they weren't a
really-
working class couple, were they? Because they were two doctors, so they're quite rich, so they weren't going to get the same treatment.
I don't really like how they handled after it though.
The books
Like
and shit.
obviously they were very shocked, and Jerry, the husband, had to put on like a really brave face in the interviews and stuff.
Mhm.
But
didn't the
because
mum
if you
hold
look at-
back some things in the questioning? Because I think that came out in the documentary that was a year ago.
Yeah,
The mum-
but I think she does. She's there's a lot of sus things, but I think that I was always in the camp that they were behind it. But now, after seeing a few more documentaries while in lockdown, I don't really doesn't really add up. Like it
Maybe-
definitely makes sense if you look at it from a
Yeah.
basic level, but I just don't agree with how they profited off of it. The thing that bothers me the most is just how much she's made off of the books, off of the documentaries,
Yeah.
off of just.
They must be millionaires now, because
They
There's
just
been so
profit so much of it. Obviously, that's not. I don't know whether it'd be a sick and twisted thing to say that's what they were aiming to do.
What's the mum's name? Kate. Her name's Kate, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Jerry-
Kate and Jerry.
Jerry and Kate are two of the most known people in the UK for having their their daughter stolen. Like,
Actually, I think I've got a better
Yeah,
idea. Kate and Jerry come on this show, speak about it, and then
yeah, we'll pull you
you can
on,
help
Kate
us
and
build,
Jerry, and you can,
build our
Yeah,
case.
you can come have a look. Well, Kate and Jerry, like, if you hear this, you're welcome. Like, you're welcome. We're helping you get the word out there. We've been on your side a little bit. We've given you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
If you are like, if you are out there, you can
I
come
want to
on.
know why you made so many books and why you fought against the Spanish, the Portuguese police
Police.
officer.
Yeah.
Who wrote a book about it.
And
And
also, lend
help.
us a tenner. Times are hard, so you probably made millions. So
Just,
least you can do
give
is-
us a tenner.
Get some
Fucking
money.
hell.
Come on, just pay for the drinks
But,
at least. Like I'm going to remind you,
Yeah.
we are drinking it during this. You need to give us the drinks.
I went out and spent decent money on this today.
Yeah.
I risked my life. I risked catching corona for this.
You joking? You risk corona. Where was I for 9 hours? I
He's
was
a key worker.
I knew that would
key
wind you up.
worker.
That's actually been brought up, has it?
No,
I
well,
think we should do Minutes Club now. Shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we end the show
just
by
the
doing
minutes
that?
clap, the minutes clap. Well, coronavirus. How do you think it's going? Where do you think it's going?
I don't know. I
I think
don't
it seems like
anybody
it's going
knows.
down.
Yeah,
looks like-
but then we'll come out of lockdown and we'll have a second peak. I mean, Southend seafront.
Oh, did you
that's
see the
something we should have
pictures? That was
spoken about,
terrible.
yeah.
I'll say
we
I
should have spoken
saw
about.
online.
You made it into national news.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
no,
You made
we
it
should be
onto
proud.
You made it onto the Telegraph.
hmm
Made it into the Sun, the
The BBC.
Telegraph. You made it everything. Yeah.
I think Piers
ITV.
Morgan tweeted about it as well.
Exactly.
As of today, we went up 25% corona cases. Went up at 25%.
In Southend.
Just in general,
In the
25
UK.
in the
Oh,
UK.
in general. Okay.
25% we went up by, and that was after our hot weekend.
Oh, so R is definitely going back up again.
And
Yeah.
the second
Stupid
peak's
R
incoming.
number.
Second week is incoming.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
I don't. This is the thing with what Boris was saying about how London has the lowest R.
In the UK.
R being rate of infection. I would say that R is like, I don't know, R being low in London. It's like, I think that's a total lie, and it's just to get the whole, because obviously London is the financial business of like the
Yeah.
financial capital of the world.
It was 50 cases
Yeah,
right
so-
the other day. It was like only 50 cases that got reported in one day.
They're saying that 20%
But I
of
just think
people
it's a
got
massive
immunity
cover-up.
now. What,
Yeah, I
in
just
the
don't-
UK
I
or
think-
general?
No, in London, I think the London reporting of coronavirus is because London has the lowest rate of infection.
Yeah.
In the UK.
Well, that's because
So-
everyone's fucking left. I would be there.
But its population density of people that live there is ridiculous. I I think it's more just a ploy to get people to go back to work in London. I don't think they actually. It can't be. It can't possibly be the lowest rate of infection by county in Essex. It's just no way. In UK, there's no way. It's not possible.
Also, linked to this, do you think people should start going back to work now? Like, not just the key workers, like teachers, or just like general.
My mum's been at work anyway through this, doing her job. But my dad, obviously being self-employed, has said like, no, I'm not going to work.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to start. He wants to start going back from the 1st. He wants to see what happens by the 1st of June. Kind of wants to see.
So that's about a week away. About 10 days.
Obviously, he's an MOT tester, and all MOTs have been extended by 6 months. So
right.
Nobody's getting their MOT done anyway.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I've noticed being in retail, like, as soon as people have been told to go back to work, like, it's gotten even busier in the stores because people are having to go out more and buy more stuff and supplies, and I think that kind of unlocked a lot of people's fear of like they were staying inside and not going out. Boris has said it's okay to go to the beach as long as you stay 2 meters away.
I like that now, to be fair.
Yeah, and people are like, okay, let's go. We can go to the shops then, and it's gotten busier. I had a point today where there was like 10 customers down an aisle, and I just get pissed off and I just leave because it's just like it's ridiculous. And when people cough, I just fucking walk off, and I'm like, I'm not fucking standing down here.
No,
like it's just not happening. So yeah, even though like it is what it is, and I know I'm putting myself in danger, but it's still like I think that announcement was kind of bullshit. I think it should have been more you can mix with your family first before you can mix with your work colleagues.
I know, because people were making it into a big deal, but he didn't make it that clear, did he? Because there were so many questions that were brought up because of that.
Yeah, I feel like it was clear, but it just could have been simpler. Like it could have been why was it that we can mix with our fucking work colleagues, but we can't mix with our family?
And also, as soon as you say you can meet one household, then people are going to meet a whole group of mates, because you see those people in London who pretended they were doing exercise when the police came.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get
seen that.
You're going to get loads of things like that happening where people are just like taking the mick pretty much, just pretending they're exercising.
And did you hear about how anybody coming into the UK as of today has to go into quarantine for 14 days?
2
Otherwise,
weeks,
they face a fine of £1,000.
Jesus
Christ! Why is it taking so long though? Like, why is it taking?
I don't know, because we're such a greedy country. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, we are.
Because we're such a greedy country. The government's so greedy. Like, that's why we didn't go into lockdown straight away. Is because they were so scared of how much it would cost.
Yeah. Well, anyway, like it is just greed. It's just greed, and that's unfortunately we were too late to the party to do lockdown. We should have done it when Italy done it.
We should have gone on lockdown. I mean, Japan had 1 case, and they went, "Now fuck this."
Yeah. What about New Zealand? They did really well. New Zealand,
exactly.
New Zealand, Canada have done fucking amazing.
But you've had countries like Sweden, Norway, Denmark, all the Scandinavian countries haven't had to lock down because their country is respected. When the government turned around and said, right, we need you to stop going out so that we can avoid lockdown, we've got to slow the spread, blah blah blah. They just fucking listened and they all stayed inside. All the idiots in this country were just like, yeah, whatever, back on the tubes in London,
fucking
on
out
that Monday,
Southend-on-Sea with the lads. Like, fuck off. What are you doing? You see, they're opening spoons again as well. It's a fucking joke. They're opening spoons, and it's like just social distancing on the seats. No one's going to social distance at a fucking pub, especially spoons.
So you get one drink down you, then that's it.
Everyone knows how. We've all seen spoons on a Friday night. It's going to be fucking manic. Like I don't get it. But honestly, like we'll just have to wait for the next update, and we'll see. Anyway, like anyone listening, tell us your fucking views on anything that we've said. We want to know. We want to hear what you got to say. And
we'll happily argue.
We'll happily argue, as you can see. We'll argue with you. We're a small channel, so we'll get back to you for sure. But we've hit an hour there, so yeah, you won't be ignored. But it's a good place to wrap it off. But if you want us to talk about anything, literally anything in the world, we will fucking talk about it if you leave it in the comments. And we'll go on and talk about it. But I think it's a good place to end it there. So thank you for coming out. Make sure to subscribe if you want to hear controversial content. And just come in, tune in, just fucking share the shit, and we'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
Get out our socials. Get our socials. All right,
the Pubcast.
The Pubcast.
Because we can't go to the pub.
No, so it just makes no sense.
See you next week.
Next Friday. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Yes. See you next Friday. Goodbye.